Welcome to Quickie Crafts and Collectibles. I'm Mini-Me, Pandora Box. And today we're going to show you how to make this gorgeous table for you to make for the wedding of mine and Tate's wedding. So this is a really easy way to make a table for the wedding. So without further ado, welcome this Pandora Box.
Oh, chookers, and thank you, Mini-Me, Pandora Box, and you look very summery today. So, as Mini-Me said, we're going to show you how to make this table if you're coming to our wedding. It's an easy and simple way to decorate a table and make it look like you're actually there. So, without further ado, let's get started. So here are the things that we're going to be using to make our table for our guests. So this is the table that you would use if you're going to be at our wedding. So I'm using some toilet rolls, or you can use like Glad wrap rolls, the long ones, or the whatever it is, because we'll need 12 centimeters of that. That's what I've measured there. So I've got 2 of those at the moment, or if you've got yours, so that's that. You'll need some cardboard. Now this is a 3mm cardboard, it's quite sturdy. This is going to be for our top and our base. Of course, we've got some glue, we've got some masking tape as well, and I'm using a Barbie top tabletop for my measurement and a ruler. Okay, so I'm going to use this tabletop for the top of it, and this measures, so you know, it measures about 18.5 centimeters or 19 centimeters. You can do 20, it's up to you. That's what this measures, so that's fine. And what I'm going to do is place it on here, and for the base I'm happy with this size. It's again, it's the masking tape, and that masking tape measures about 8.5 centimeters diameter. So we've got 19 or 20, and we've got 8.5 for the base. So what I'm going to do is draw this up first. So we have our tabletop drawn. There we go. So if you've got what do they call those things that it's got a pin and you make a circle around it, or you can get your pencil, put a pin, and then draw it around that way too. It's an old-fashioned way. Then I'm going to get my masking tape and use that as my base and make my circle. So I'm using things that you'll have at home already. You don't have to go and buy anything. And that's my circle. So we'll cut those out, and also our rolls as well. So these 2 rolls are a little bit different. One goes into each other, so they're quite flexible. But if you've got a napkin roll, or if you haven't got anything like that, and you've got some toilet rolls, and they're not exactly the same length of that, because I use that, and that's a really, really good height for my table for the dolls to put their legs in underneath. So I measured that at 12.5 centimeters. Okay, so I'll put that there. I'll get my rolls and measure that at 12.5. So it's about there. And just, you can either put some glue inside and mask it. And that's what I'm going to do. So what I'll do is I'll just put some glue. Should put some like that. This is just to, this will, keep it sturdy for you as well until your glue sets, and then I'll put the masking tape now. So I'll just measure that again. So we said 12.5, 12. It's about right there, 12.5. Get your masking tape and tape that around. I'll do that now so it's got time to dry. And don't worry what it looks like because it all is going to be hidden, of course. Just make sure that's the right length again. Yep, looks good. So that's our base now. So let's go and cut these and put these together. Now very carefully start cutting your circle and go really slow. I'm using an old mat because I don't want to hurt my table, and you might want to do this a few times. So I'll keep going and I'll be right back. Now I'm just up to the last one, and there we go. I had to change my blade about twice, so here's my circle. Now it's not perfect, but I didn't realize what I was doing, but I've actually given it a bevel. But again, you're not going to see it, so that's fine. So what I'm going to do is just file it a little bit, just to take all those fluffy edges off. Just like that. Now if you don't have this type of cardboard, you could always get a few layers and glue them together. So this is our top. There we go. It's quite neat now. Doesn't matter what the bottom looks like. And this is our bottom. Just make that a little bit more neater. Just like that. There we go. And that's it. So now what I want to do is measure the circle. So what I'll do is just get my pencil and my ruler and just mark out across like that. And this way we'll get the center, hopefully. So I found the center, and now I'm going to do that one there. So I'm going to put my toilet roll, I'm going to actually do it that way so I've got more strength on the bottom here, and I will be hot gluing that, and I'll be hot gluing that way. So when we look at it to the side, that's what your table is going to look like, and it will stand just like that. So let's go hot gluing. Okay. Now you can tape this if you want, or you can hot glue it, whatever you feel safest. Probably taping is good too. Might want to tape it as well. I think I might do that as well, just to give that extra support. Okay, it's pretty sturdy, but let's put some tape there just to make sure it's not going to go anywhere. The glue is holding pretty well, so I'm just giving this extra support. A bit of a mess, but like I said, you're not going to see that. So that's that support there, and that is pretty sturdy. Okay, hot glue. I hope that's in the center. It is a little bit off the center. You can see the circle inside. A little bit off, but again, it doesn't matter. And I'm going to be putting that on the top there, and the same thing for the hot glue, and that's our base. Now, I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm not the tidiest person when I'm doing something like this. But here is your table now. This is your base, and pretty much your table is done. That's it. That's all you need. So something like that, nice and quick. You should have some cardstock at home, cardboard, some toilet rolls, and that is your base. I have this fabric here. It's white, it's nice and easy, and what we're going to do is cover the table now. Cut this first, iron iron your fabric, and then measure it up, and then we're going to turn it around, and we're going to put it inside so the dolls will sit inside. And what you can do is put it around the base as well, so the table looks like it's fully covered. So again, get your fabric, you measure it out. I think that is to 30, 50, almost 60 centimeters. And when you bring that in, you can go into the table and that'll cover it up quite nicely. So you want some depth in there, so the chair, let me just grab a chair, will sit nicely and the legs of the doll can sit inside. But this is just to give it a wedding feel, so it's just nice and clean and nothing in between. So I'm going to go ahead and iron this, come back and apply it to the table. So I have my fabric, it's been ironed. I've cut it to about 47 centimeters or 460 centimeters by 452. So it's almost square. Okay, so that's enough to put on your table. Okay, and then what we're going to do, we're going to start bringing it into the table and up, and we'll do that, and we're just going to get that creative look so you get that effect around the table, and enough there for the dolls to put their legs. Okay, so now I'm going to avoid putting any glue on the face, on the top, so it doesn't come through, but we will put it kind of on the edge. All right, let's see how we go. And I'm going to use hot glue because it's a lot quicker. You want to stretch it. Now this glue does dry fairly quickly, so you're going to have to do bit by bit. I've got it on the low set, so I might just put it up to 150. And as we go round, keep pulling it so it's got a nice stretch to it, so the tabletop is firm, just like that. So while I'm pulling this down, I'm just making sure that the pieces aren't loose. So I just go, put a bit of glue and hold it down a little bit. And you can see it looks like it's draping. And then we can cut those off. Just make sure nothing's loose. See, that's a little bit loose there. So put a bit of glue there, pull it down. The table showing there. A little bit of glue. Like I said, you might not even see that, but for you, you might be, you know, fussy and that's how you want it. That's fine. So, you got a picture there. So as you go, and be careful, it is hot. Hot glue is hot. You have been warned. That's all done, and now I'll just cut off the excess. Now that your table is all finished, this is totally up to you. You don't have to do this, but this is going to be one of the main tables for the parents. So I have this lace that I got a whole bunch of it. It's pretty, It's just on an off-white, and I thought I'd just put that on the ends there just to finish these tables off, and this will be on the main table as well for the bridal table. So again, I'm going to hot glue this onto the edge, and this will just give it that, you know, that bridal effect. And I thought with the chairs, again, I might get some fabric, just to give you an idea. I thought I'd just get some fabric and cover the chairs just like that to make them like a bridal chair, and you can put some ribbon or lace around it, it's whatever. But I just thought, if you haven't got any chairs and you've got these plastic chairs, they look a little bit odd next to a white table, just get that fabric, white fabric, and just cover the chair just like that. It doesn't have to be anything special, and you can put a bow or something around it and see what that looks like. But for now, I'm going to put this lace around the edge just to finish it off. So all I'm doing now is just draping the fabric around the chair. I've just put a couple of dots of hot glue. I mean, you don't have to do this to your chairs, but it's easy to come off. I'm just folding them in, just like that. I'm wanting weight to the fabric, so I'm just dropping that down. I'm just got a mark there. And just cut all these pieces away. See how that's a little bit loose? You can just grab that down. Put some glue. Because this is white, just be careful with your hot glue. It can stain. And just keep going until the fabric's draped down. That's all you really need. Now if you haven't got these chairs, I'll do something to show you what we can do with some chairs as well. But there you go. So if you get your doll now, I've got my biggest doll, Jackson, and he can sit under the table quite well. And I'll do a side view as well so you can see. But I think that looks great. And that's all you need for your table at the moment. And oh, look, we've got a chocolate brochet. They're really nice. Have you had any of these? It's like, hang on. I have an idea. Okay, I'll eat that. Keep your foil. And I collect tops constantly from different bottles. And I thought, what if we did a vase and just cover it up with the gold? You can do something like that for the center of the table with some flowers. Maybe we'll do that next. So what I've done is just started wrapping up the foil. I'm just going to leave a little bit on the bottom so you can fold that in. Just like that. There's a gap there, so with that, because it's really crinkled, it might camouflage. Yep, I think that's good. So what I'll do is just put some hot glue just to hold it there, again. Nice and easy. Something you might have at home. If you have these chocolates, well, that's a bonus, and a bonus for you too. Because you have a chocolate as well. What we're doing is things that you have at home already. You don't have to go out and buy anything. This makes a really nice centerpiece. Now, as for flowers, you can have real flowers, you can have artificial flowers. I'm using artificial flowers. And we have our centerpiece now that will sit on the table. I think that looks good. So I have these flowers, and like I said, you can use whatever you like and just kind of do an arrangement, centerpiece, any way you like. Pandora does not mind if you like a special flower on your table. We don't mind. But this is just something that you can have on the center of your table. Now, just to give you a little hint, these flowers are going to be used in the bridal party. So that's why I have so many of these. I'm just going to cut some off there. There we go. So that is our centerpiece on our table. And like I said, any flowers that you like, you can add to it. We don't mind. The more the merrier, as long as it doesn't take over the whole table, because you've still got to put your plates and forks and knives and all that kind of stuff. So that just gives you an idea what that looks like. Nice arrangement for the center of the table. There we go. Well, I hope that's helped you with our table setting, our chair, quick chair tutorial. There we go. And you can see the background. This is the background that you'll be using. So I'll be sending this to you. And your forks and knives and your plates and stuff like that. You might have some stuff at home already, or you can make some and add them to the table.